Hi guys, this is Daryl with Lee's Lawn Care Services. How y'all doing, man? Just finished up the gas station. Got to go to another area. Lady just called me today. It's a Sunday, man, and I'm out cutting like it's summertime, man. It's insane. These people, they keep calling. It's just crazy. I can't say anything. I'm not gonna say anything bad about it. I take it. You know, it's still revenue being generated for the business and for myself. So I'm not complaining at all. But I'm just saying, like, you know, let me go this way because she is this way. You know, we supposed to be resting, right? Well, I don't know about all that. Crack the windows a little bit. Yeah. Man, these people calling. I don't know what to say anymore. You know, I didn't give up on trying to figure out when there's going to be a stoppage, but you know, I got to do my off season work next month, which is January, and I booked a cruise. Man, go figure that. Wife wanted a cruise, so she booked it. We looked at them. I went and looked them over, and I told her the ones that were good, and last night she pulled the trigger. She's like, just go ahead and pay it off and just put it on here, and that's what's happening. It is what it is. But man, you know, that's not what I want to talk to y'all about. How do you guys handle the homeless people, man? All right, so this happened today, and I had a story a while back where there was two of them in tandem at one time, and one guy was on a bike around my truck, and I was in the front cutting grass, and I had one guy just standing out there by the bus stop, because the bus stop out there in front of the gas station. So when I decided to walk back to my truck, one guy took off. The guy that was standing around the bus stop, he just took off, started walking the other way. So he must have alerted the guy on the bike around my truck, because this guy from the bike came from around my truck on the bike and just rode off. But everything was locked up, so I lock everything up. I don't leave nothing open. So there was no way for him to get into anything unless he broke glass or something. So, and like I said, I was finished blowing, and I just decided to walk back to the truck to put the tools up. You know, he just rode from around the truck. You know, I was off in the distance heading back to the truck, and he just come from out of nowhere. And I'm like, damn, well, goddamn, where did he come from? You know, so which led me to believe that them two guys were working in tandem. So today, you had another guy. He was now I'm about 6'3", about 6'3", 250. That's about what I am. Okay. So this guy was looked like he was very slim. He's about 6'4", but he was very slim, and he just seemed like he had issues. You know, like some of the homeless be walking. And that's another thing, man. Why they got so many homeless people? My God, this is the most homeless people I've seen, man, since I've been out here. I ain't never seen this many homeless people before. But getting back to the story, man, so he across the street there's a Taco Bell and all that stuff, because I'm cutting the gas station, commercial property, right? So, you know, everything's around me, you know, Taco Bell, the stores across the street, and the little shop mini mall and all that. So he walks over. He came from over there the first place, and he came to the gas station. He went there and he got something, and then he got out of that and he went right back across the street where he was. But he was talking to himself, you know, just walking and having this conversation with himself. So, like I said, I'm about 6'3", 250, so pretty solid, you know. A little fat too. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, but he walked over there, talking to himself, and when he came back to the gas station, crossing the main intersection, the main streets, you know, and the main street is almost damn near like a highway, because there's so much traffic going up and down. And as he's walking across the street, just walking across the street with the light green, with people coming at him, and they blowing horns and all this other stuff, and this, that, and the third. And so I'm looking at him, but I'm paying attention to him, because I'm like, okay, well, you know, hopefully I don't have to say nothing to this guy. I'm trying not to talk to him, you know, and hopefully be on his merry way, right? So he comes over there and goes back to the gas station again. He didn't say anything to me, but I got my headphones on, so I wouldn't have been able to hear him that great anyway. I had my music blowing, but I'm still paying attention to my surroundings. See, that's the thing that you learn when you're out here in these streets. No matter how good the music is, you still looking around to make sure that you're still in a relatively safe environment. And if you got to put your guard up, you put your guard up. So while he was coming from across the street, my guard was already up. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to pay attention to what this guy is doing, because obviously he don't have it all. Something's wrong, And he came, and then he sat at the bus stop, because there's a little petition there where you can sit down, and wait for the bus to come. So he sat there, and so there's grass around that. So I didn't even weed eat around it. I kind of went to the top side by the street side, because the bus stop's a little behind that. It's behind that with the petition where you can sit. So I went on the street side and I did some weed eating over there, but actually around the bus stop I didn't, because he was sitting there, and I don't want to hit him with rocks or anything like that, kicking up from that weed eater. So he was, while I was weed eating the other area, he was, I could hear him calling me, hey. And I never responded, man. I just ignored him because, I didn't feel like entertaining him today. And he had already talked to a few people at the gas station that was buying gas and all, and they kind of just brushed him off. So when I saw that, like I said, that's again, you're paying attention to what's going on. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, well, I know how to handle this guy. And so he was like, hey, and then when he didn't get my attention like he wanted, he just sat there and kind of mumbled a little bit, ate his whatever he got. I think he got something from Taco Bell across the street. They might have gave him a little something. They do that sometimes, man, and that's not a bad thing at all. So he went, he ate his stuff, and then he got up. He got up after he finished everything, kind of, after I wasn't giving no attention, he kind of walked off. So, and I knew he wasn't going to do anything to me because I'm a pretty big guy, and they don't tend to mess with me, but they usually, the homeless people usually ask me if they could help me, and I don't give them no help, because I don't give them no work because I don't know them, and they could walk off with all my stuff, So I said thank you, very respectfully, and then nah, I got it, I'll say that, and that'll be the end of it, that will be the end of it. But like I say, for other people, man, and I know some guys are short in stature and all, and they don't have the the mass and all. How y'all deal with them people, man? Because that could be very, very it could be a dangerous thing for you. If they figure they can overtake you, they may try to overtake you. I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, man, it's just something something to think about, guys. I don't know how you guys handle yourselves around people like that. I hope that you're being vigilant, being very mindful of what's around you, what's happening around you, because stuff happen quick, and it don't take much for something to pop off. So guys, be careful out there. I don't know how y'all deal with the homeless. This is the most homeless people I've seen in years, man. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. It's just, I don't know if it's people with a lot of mental issues. I don't know. There's jobs everywhere. You can get hired doing anything, and they paying $12-14 an hour to start out some of these places, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a job or not. I don't know. A lot of seasonal work, people hiring for seasonal work, because that's what we used to do when we used to hire for the store. Seasonal work, we bring people in at $12-13 an hour. This was back then. It was a while back, and then we did that, and then if there were good people, we kept them. If there were bad people, we released them. So we took a vote on them and we let them go. That's just how it was, But I don't know, man. I don't know if it's I don't think it's the jobs, because they got too many good jobs out there. UPS hiring, FedEx hiring. They got all kinds of, the waste management hiring. Everybody is hiring people, man. It's it's just, you know, they're desperate for people right now, you know. And I'm not going back out there. I'm happy doing what I'm doing, but still, man, y'all be careful out there, man, with these homeless people, man. You don't know, they may click out. You don't know what they may do, what their intentions are. You have no idea, man. And you don't have no idea what situation you find yourself in, fooling with them, you know. So just got to be careful about that, man. I had one guy I went to school with, and he was in jail for like 7 years, and I never forget, I was working for a hospital at the time, and I was heading to work, and I stopped at a gas station along the way to the hospital. So he was out there kind of bumming, and at the time they had the Muslim people. They were selling the water, the banana, and the apple for $1. This was way back. This lets you know that's a long time ago. So they were doing that, and you know, they have their boxes of fruit, you know, on the Nutri-Ground and all, and they would be selling their water, an apple, a banana for $1, you know, and that's what it was. And this guy I went to school with, I forgot his name, but he was like, "Hey, Darryl, man." He said, "How you been, man?" I said, "How you been, man? I ain't seen you since we've been out of high school." We had been out of high school like a while, like about 10, 12 years at the time. But he had been in jail for 7 years. He had just got out. He said, "Man, I just got out of the pen," and blah, blah. I said, "Man, you turn your life around?" He said, "Man, it just ain't getting no better for me out here, you know." So and he said, "I want to go knock this dude off, the Muslim off that was across the street," because they had 4 of them out there. They was on all 4 corners, but the one across the street was the one that he was upset with. He's like, "Let's go make the block in the car and knock this dude off, man, because, you know, he insulted me or something he did." I said, "Dude," I said, "I'm getting ready to go to work." I said, "I'm not worried about knocking nobody off. I don't have time to knock nobody off. I'm going to punch a time clock. You know, I need to feed my family. That's what I need to do." He's like, "Oh, man, I said, "Dude, I'm not helping you with nothing like that, man." I said, "You're going to wind up going back to where you just came from." He's like, yeah, you know, you got a good point there. I said, "Man, you out." I said, "You need to turn yourself around. You know, that's what you need to do." You know, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, you're right." So, you know, long story short, man, I do wind up back in jail a couple months later for some other stupid foolishness. You know, but some people you can't talk to. But if I was a weak-minded person, there you go. Somebody just driving the boat the other way, like, "Come on, let's do this." Nah, man, You know, my mindset ain't about that. My mindset's about feeding my family and putting money in my pocket and trying to get to work. This guy's mindset is about going over there and knock off a dude that's selling fruit for $1. Go figure that, man. You know, that was insane. So that's just my rant for the day, man. My 2 cents, my little 2 stories I have for the day. You guys take care. I love you guys. I will definitely catch you on the next one. You know, peace and blessings to you and your family. Take care.